Good morning! You join me at Mostyn. The reason I'm here, let's get up on this rock. Oh, the reason I'm here is my car's being fixed in the garage opposite, about 300 yards away. And I thought, why not put the stuff in and come and do a bit of fishing here. There's a gentleman fishing down there. I did go and walk and see him just before I got the stuff out. And he's not had nothing. And he's fell over and hurt his arm, and I fell over on this stuff as well. So before anybody comes here off this video, I want to get the health and safety thing. It is slippy, it is an ankle breaker, and I dare say I will be going over in this video. It's just green slip and mud, and that's just how it is. What am I after? Flounder will be here, place. This is, I've just been told, which I didn't know, the River Dee is that way. So this is the outlet for the River Dee. So as it starts flooding, which has just started flooding as well on a small tide, which I've heard is you need a small tide for here. There should be some fish coming through. I've been told up there, you get some congers up by the buoy. There's a deep channel. I know nothing about it, but I've just had a chat to a local gentleman, and he's filled me in. I've got 1 pack of worm, frozen, and 3 mackerel, and I'm here for a couple hours. And I'm just going to wing it in and hope for the best. I know nothing about it, but I can see there's a channel there. And I'm going to go and wang a worm in the channel and hope for the best. Oh, that wind's picking up. Bloody hell. Yeah, I can't get my bearings around where I am. If that's the D, is that the outlet to the Mersey there? Is that Liverpool? Can't quite get to grips with where I am. Well, this is where I am. Baz has just dropped me off from the garage. He's dropped me off here. What service from the garage over there from Baz? He's dropped me off here with my fishing gear, and then he's took the car back to the garage. And when my car's ready to drive, he's going to come and pick me back up. You know, imagine taking your car to a garage and then they drop you off fishing, do your car and bring it back to you and pick you up. That's like top class service. As I say, the tide's filling in now, and we're going to put 1 rod out. Well, me. I'm going to put 1 rod out for the flat things. Then I'm going to put a big mackerel bait out for the likes of the rays and the congers. Yeah, let's get down there and get it done. I'm probably going to end up on my arse before I get down there, but it is what it is. Right, see you at the mark. Well, guys, I've been here about an hour. I haven't put a rod in yet. The guy I was talking to down there about 20 minutes ago, and I come to have a walk round. Lovely man. He's just had a fall, literally 20 yards that way, so I've rushed over. 70-year-old man who I've just been talking to. He was alright. He stayed down for 5 or 10 minutes. I've helped him up with his stuff and back to the van. And he's alright. A bit of a shock, I think, more than anything, but it just shows I was literally, well, I've been talking to him for about 45 minutes. Really lovely guy, and he's absolutely fine. We were saying, like, if he would have hit his head and been on his own, or like I could fall, anybody could fall at any age. It doesn't matter if you're 110, 70 or 100. Like, you hit your head on these rocks and the tide comes up. Just shows, and it's really put a safety aspect. Like, and I had the slip and I looked and I seen him on the floor and I was like, so I've gone running over, chucked me rod straight in the mud, that don't matter. And he sat up and he's like, I'm alright, which is good. You know, that could have been a lot worse. But he was alright. As I said, I've helped him back up to his van, and he's in his van now. And just had a brilliant chat about pumping lug, about fishing up in Scotland, when the old cod fishing days he was telling me about. Literally the best half an hour I've had. There's somebody else coming fishing now down there. He was telling me about all the cod fishing days and that. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll show you now what's going on. Somebody's just waved. Must recognise me from YouTube, this fisherman. Right, I'll have a quick chat to these and I'll show you what rigs I've got on. We'll get them in. Right, this is what we're up against here. Big brown slop. The gentleman fell on that green stuff there, trying to get up, went right down. It's a dangerous mark. Definitely don't come here off this video unless there's a couple of you and you're ready for it. Got a 1 of Keys rigs on this one, which is a 1 up, 1 down. There is some rays about. He was just telling me there's a few rays coming out from around here, so mackerel on that. The other one is another 1 of Keys rigs. Similar rig, just smaller, with bits of black lug on each one for the flat things. Yeah, I just noticed as well there's another angler right down there on the corner. I didn't notice him. But yeah, this is a dangerous mark. If you come in here, be ready for it. I wouldn't come here again on my own, put it that way. Definitely not. Don't mind the mud or whatever, but if you go down, break your leg, knock yourself unconscious or whatever, it's a dangerous do, put it that way, so I won't be coming here on my own again. Not that I wouldn't, it's best to be safe, innit? No, there's going to be people there now. Ah, you idiot, won't even get out on his own, but safety for me is more important than catching a fish. And where I kind of like to fish from the car, you know that. Right, let's get these rods in and see if we can catch something. Right then, let's get fishing. Another thing that guy was telling me, you see the red buoy in the channel down there? That's the deepest bit apparently, and that is where all the congers lie. But I ain't walking half a mile that way, so we'll get fishing. As I say, this worm on here really is not the best. It's been in and out the freezer twice. I'd be surprised if it stays on the cast, but we'll see. I have no idea of depth or what the bottom's like. Is it rocky? Is it deep? Is it... I don't know. It's a small tide, so there can't be much flow. Just give it a go. Right, the worms are still on. Didn't feel like there was much depth, to be honest, if you want the truth. Didn't feel like there was much depth at all. We'll see. Didn't even feel the lead down. Right, we'll tighten up into it. That really didn't feel very deep. So we've got a nice bend in the rod. Love a good bend in the rod. Can't beat a bent rod. Much better than a straight one. Foot planted before the cast on a couple of good rocks. Not going to lie, this is the rod I want to go, especially with him just telling me the stories of the rays. I'll tell you a couple of other things he just told me. Really knowledgeable man. Telling me about he held the shore cod thing for a week up Scotland. Pumping the worms to all the trolling that they used to do around here for the flounders. They used to take like 2 ton of them and stuff. Really good to know. That's gone better. Bosh! That's deeper, that's taking line. I can feel that dropping. It was a bit further, so it's a bit deeper. Don't know what the bottom's like. I really don't know a thing. Why is that reel just stopped? But we'll just see how we go. The fish that I've been told are in here, the rays and the congers, we've got the fish on the bottom, and the flat things, we've got the little 2-hook flappers, so we can't, or I can't, do no more than that. Could do with a fish after just being told the gearbox is ballsed in my car, couldn't I? Something to lighten the mood. But I definitely ain't getting a new gearbox in. It's worth more than the car a gearbox. The car's a scrapper. But it is what it is. But yeah, he was telling me they used to troll up and down here, but they're not allowed now. And that he used to watch them when he was fishing with his binoculars. And like he was estimating it to be like 2 ton and stuff. They used to do it all over. And he was telling me the stories of locals didn't like it happening. So when at night they'd come with drills, drill little holes in the little boats and sink them and stuff. I definitely believe him. It's going back some years. He was telling me about the sole. You get loads of sole over that side. I don't know what he said it was, I forgot the name. Loads of sole and stuff. Really knowledgeable, good chat, and most of all, he's all right. So I'll knock that camera off now, and I'll bring you back if anything happens. Another thing that he said, which is probably the worst thing I could have heard, he's been here for about 3 hours and not had a bite, and he's local to it and knows this mark, so whoops. But you just never know, dear, you really don't know. And as he said, he wished he could have stayed longer, because it's getting, obviously the tide's flooding in now, and he says it does normally get better, so, you know, there is a bit of hope. But I've watched a couple of videos on here lately, which have been blanks actually, but I've wanted to come and have a look at it, so I want to get back here in the summer. So what I will learn today is it's bloody slippy. He did say as well, because it's been rain all night, that it's not normally this bad. So I'll know not to come after a load of rain, probably come with somebody else, and learn a little bit about the mark, where to park, how to get down, the bottom of it, you know what the bottom's like, the seabed, or the estuary bed, whatever you want to call it, and go from there. So yeah, it's more of a recce. So I'm not here to catch fish, I'm just here to check it out really. They're just there to look good. Of course I'm here to catch fish. I love to catch one. So I'm going to be fun landing one, but there is a spit that comes out around there, so if I hook anything decent like a ray or a conger, I ain't going to be going down there, I'm going to be walking it round there, taking it to the spit. But yeah, Don't even know what that place is. I'm in, where am I? Mostyn. Is that Mostyn Docks or something? Looks interesting around there. I'd like to have a go by that buoy where I've been told it's deep. Looks like there's some type of harbour around there or something. But as I said, I don't know it. Don't know it, but it's always good to try new places, and I've been doing a bit of a variety. The only variety I've been doing is the KFC variety bucket. I've been doing a bit of a variety. And I am working in Blackpool for about 4 or 5 days next week. So you are going to be seeing probably 3 or 4 videos from up Blackpool way. Then back down to sort of the Conway, Anglesey area, North Wales, and be doing a bit there. Dropping on the River Dee in between for some flounder, and maybe a few other trips. Getting about a bit. Getting about and blanking. Come on, fish. Give us a fish. Give us a big fat kipper. Oh yeah, subscribe if you like this. Just had the first rattle. I was just about to bring it in. Oh, I was just about to bring it in because it's been in about half an hour, 40 minutes. And I've just had a definite flatty rattle on this left rod. Just a bing. A definite one. I was literally just about to bring the rod in. I believe there could be one on. Looking at it now, you don't know if you'll see from there. It's a slight rattle. I am fishing quite far out, loads of slack in the line, so bite detection isn't going to be the best. I think there could be one on there. God, that'll be a result, that one. Because I was just thinking as well that it's an estuary, isn't it, really? And this is all muddy because it's been raining. Estuaries, after loads of fresh water, don't normally fish. So if I can sneak something little out, that would be bloody lovely. I think there's one on there. Looking at it from here, I don't know what you can see from there. The left rod is definitely moving about a little bit more than the right one. Oh, come on, that would be lovely, that would. Or could it have been a crab? Oh, no. There's more anglers down to the right again. So there's anglers all around. There's got to be fish in the area if there's anglers here. And there wouldn't be this many people here if everybody was blanking, would there? And, you know what I mean? Well, that would be my theory. I think there's another angler just turned up at the top as well. Right, I'm going to check this left one because, as you all know, with these flat things, you normally get a rattle and that's it, really, that's sit on it, so he could be sat down there. Could be a little flat thing. Oh, I don't want to bring it in now, but I am going to bring it in. I'm going to have a look. And I'm going to get it back out then. Oh, it slowly does it, John. You don't want to be slipping down there. Right, definitely don't think there's one on anyway. No weight on it at all. Damn. God damn. There's no fish. Let's have a look at the worms. Both worms have been done, so something happened. And then worms was wrapped on like little sausages with bait elastic, like to make the worm stiffer. Stiff worm. That one's been... What's that? It's a bit of worm gut. And this one, this little... Oh, shit! Hope that I didn't pass the barb. Oh, no, it wasn't. Luckily, I thought it was then. It is barbed as well. Yeah, so something's had a peck. Something's had a go. Don't know if it'll be crabs. I know if it's crabs, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast this rod back in and then I'm going to check that big mackerel bite on the bottom. And that will tell me if there's any crabs in the area, because if the mackerel's not been touched, then that would have almost certainly been a flatty bite. If the mackerel's been crabbed, then this could have been crab, couldn't it? Oh, it's sloppy here. Like a big bloody bank of diarrhea, that's what I'm fishing in. As I say, these worms are like little sausages, just a worm folded in half and then wrapped on. God, I'm nearly over again. See, look. So the bite elastic is keeping the worm in place. Basically stiffens up the worm to stop it sliding round. Come on. Come on, Eileen. Da, 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 da. What a muddy do. A muddy do. treacherous conditions here in Mostyn. Mostyn or Mostyn? Mostyn. I ain't got my finger warmer on, so I can't whack it too hard, so the braids cut me. I can give it a thump. All right in the slack. It's always good to cast. Oh, that's deeper. Probably because it's been filling up for the last couple hours, John. That's probably why it's deeper. I'm just talking to myself now. Just tighten right up into that. Nice bend in the rod. Now, this mackerel will define, in my opinion, whether that was a crab bite or a flatty bite on that rod that rattled. Both worms have been done on it as well, so... Oh! Could have been me moving the net. It felt like a bump. Imagine how big stinking ray. It's the world's smallest ray if there's one on there, though. Oh, here comes the sunshine. Da, 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 dun, dun. Yeah, that reel doing that, it's got all mud in it. When that gentleman slipped over and I run over, I just threw this reel in the mud. Absolutely covered in mud. That's why it's been a bit awkward, to say the least. Up-a-doo. I'll reel it that fast. I don't want my hook point to get caught on the rocks because it'll blunt on it. Now, that is telling me that what had them worms was not crabs, because they would not leave that perfect bit of mackerel there, would they? They would not leave that on the bottom, and that is on the bottom hook. It's not even been touched. That's good to go again, but I am going to put new on. I'm a big believer of don't be chucking the same bait out if you've got new bait to put on. Because the scent trails is key, isn't it? Right then, let's get another bit of worm. Let's get another bit of Mackie Doodle do on and send it out into the middle, into that slick. That slick's probably the edge of the channel, I'd guess. So, yeah, something took both worms off there. But missed the hook both times, which has left me scratching my head. Bring you back if something happens. Right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and anything in between. I've just had a phone call. My car will be back up there in 5 minutes, so I've got to pack up. I have just had a... Oh, and again, look. Oh, wouldn't this be nice now? Oh, come on. My car's going to be there in 5 minutes. I want to bite. That's got to be a flatty on in it. It's got to be. Look at it. I don't want to eager beaver it. Oh. It's on, innit? It's got to be on. It's like that rattle. This is like... I've got to be up there and packed up in 5 minutes. Come on. It's left it alone. It could be sat in it. Right, we'll get the rod in that's not having the bite. We'll keep an eye on that one. This is like hard, this is. Been here for hours. Oh, could be one sat on that left rod, but the rattling stopped. I should have lifted up into it, probably. No! Right, my mackerel on that one has not been crabs, so there's no crabs in there. They've got to be little flatties, or big flatties. No, right, I'm going to have to do it, people, because I've got to go. Sorry for cutting this one short, but my car's done and I'm starving. Did it just do it again then? We want the grand finale, don't we? Come on. Come on. I can't do nothing else apart from... Oh, there's nothing. Oh. I don't think there's anything on there. No! If there is, it's a little one, but I don't think there is. No, that is not what we wanted. I thought we had one right at the end then. No. All worms have gone again. Makes me think, how are they getting them worms off? No. No, no, no. All worms have gone again. Definitely not crabs because the mackerel baits have been done. Right, I'm going to be back here soon. Hit that subscribe button to be first to watch it because I'm going to definitely come back here and catch whatever was giving me that rattle. So I might call this video the Mostyn Rattler. What rattled my rod at Mostyn? Anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. I'll be back here. I'll get one from here. Hopefully when the bass are running through as well, that'll be nice, wouldn't it? Right, I've got to go. I think that's my car. See you in a bit. Adios!